Surprise, surprise. Or Draymond says, surprise! No text here, although I may deserve one. This is the Moneyline Grind, and we are back after a little hiatus over the holiday season. I am sorry I left you out in the cold. Duty called, life called, and unfortunately I had to go tend to that. I do this for fun. I do this to help make sports betting profitable. This is the only place I know that makes it actually profitable, where you keep a running total and the numbers are there if you're following along. But I had to step out. And I am fresh. I am back. I've been trying to sprinkle in some picks on the social media. So if you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or on our Discord channel, you might have got a couple of winners. I just wasn't consistent with putting out picks. And when I did put out picks, I wasn't able to put out videos. Even I've had episodes I fully wrote out. I had all my graphics ready, and I just didn't have time to do the 10 minutes of recording and however much time it takes to edit. Anyway, I did give you guys 3 straight plays yesterday along with a ladder challenge. We hit all 3 straight plays and almost hit the ladder for the sweep. Really what happened was the Miami Heat caught fire at a terrible time when the odds were in our favor. We'll discuss that, and then I'll give you guys 3 more picks and a ladder, and I got a lotto for you. I'm trying to come back. I know, I left you guys at the end of the year. I hope you made money, or if you stood away, I'm not mad at you for that, but I just didn't have the time. I didn't have the time to do the research. I didn't want to put some crappy picks out there and have people lose money because that isn't fair. So 3 picks from last night, or 3 straight plays. We took Dorian Finney-Smith over 1.5 3-points made. This was great because this was plus 105. Slow start in that game, but he does hit 3 threes in the second half, which gets us paid. I've been eyeing his over 1.5 3-pointers daily, along with the likes of like a Josh Hart double-double. He's not really the guy that's going to give you the over on the points, but he's going to get 3 to 5 clean looks from the corner for 3, and that's the shortest distance for a 3-pointer. I think he feels a little bit less pressure now that he's had a couple of games where he's hit a couple of shots. So I'll keep my eye on that going forward. We also took the Jazz plus 6.5 versus the Hawks. Jazz almost actually won this game outright, but they cover the spread, which means we get paid, which means we're 2 for 2 so far. Jazz are tough, and I like them versus any big spread. If you're playing a mediocre team or a bad team, if that spread is over 5 points, I might rock with you. And if you look here, the Hawks aren't that good. The Jazz should have won, but I think Trae Young hits like a crazy buzzer beater. I didn't see the last quarter of that game. I just saw the final score, and I've seen some headlines with everybody hugging Trae Young. But doesn't matter what he hits. We hit the bet. We got paid. And then our last straight play was Boston minus 5.5. That's an alternate spread versus the Nuggets in Denver. The Nuggets did what they were supposed. The Celtics did what they were supposed to do. They got out to an early lead. Nuggets fought back. They had the home court advantage. Got out to another lead. Nuggets fought back, and then they put them out of their misery with like a 12-0 run in the fourth quarter. I honestly don't like the Nuggets much this year. I think they're fool's gold. Not that the league has figured them out, but just the loss of KCP, no Aaron Gordon. These are big, big pieces that you would overlook, but they just are complementary to how their offenses run, those type of threats, especially Aaron Gordon, but KCP too. So I would look to bet against them often. And I just have to check my Laker bias and to make sure that I am doing this from a logical standpoint and not emotional, which I did last night, and we got paid. And then our ladder challenge, we had I think it was like a plus 10. What was it? Let me look here. I don't know. It was like a plus 103. We took the alternate spread of Boston 1.5. Obviously, that hit. They won by double digits. And then we had the Heat alternate under 107.5. We were on track. And then the Heat hit like 4 threes in a row, almost midway through the fourth, and that just put it out of our reach. But solid night, 3-1. We're up over 2 units on the day, and let's get back to the money. My 3 picks plus the ladder, and I don't have a sign for Lotto, but maybe I'll play like that rapper Lotto. I'll play some of her music when it's time to do the Lotto. Anywho, Burger, I'm taking Giannis Antetokounmpo over 35.5 points plus assists. Giannis is at the 30-point mark here on this line for points tonight. That's at minus 140. So I think it's very clear. Vegas believes he's going to get to 30. We all think he's going to get to 30. So that leaves us with 6 assists. Now, he could get that. You would imagine last time they played the Spurs, he had about 44 points. So maybe the Spurs draw a scheme where Giannis can't just run from the top of the key directly to the basket. Maybe crowd it up a little bit, forcing him to kick out. Bucks have some shooters. I'm not a big fan of the Bucks, but they have some shooters that hit those shots when Giannis kicks it out. So that's a possibility. Or he can outright just get you 36. So I like that because he can get you the assist. or he can get you 36 points, or he can get you a combination of both. So I like that a lot. This line was minus 110, and I like it better than the minus 140 at Giannis 30 points. And I think, actually, I'm sorry, not to get to the next. I think he comes at Wemby. I think there's something there where they're looking at each other's body type and style of play, and Giannis wants to be the big unicorn, per se. Right? Porzingis was the original unicorn. Giannis is the big unicorn. Wemby is the baby unicorn. I don't know. There's something there. And then I'm taking Grady. I'm not going to say his last name because I would like, to keep it PG. But Grady of the Raptors over 16.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. This is a tough one. Maybe my least favorite, even though the odds say it's the most likely to cash at minus 140. You're probably like, why would you take a pick that you don't really feel comfortable with? Well, I spent my entire life trying to prove Vegas wrong and find out where they're slipping. Maybe you got to just agree with them. Just agree with them every now and then. Say, hey, all right, you got it here. Let's rock and get this minus 140. The reason why I don't like this bet is because we have RJ Barrett, we have Emmanuel Quickley returning to the Garden. Both guys, I think, play with a chip on their shoulder in certain games. Both guys can score the ball. They're going to have the ball in their hands. So I was worried about that factor taking away from Grady. But I will say that RJ Barrett is going to have a tough time. He's going to have the likes of, I don't know, Mikal Bridges, maybe OG sometimes, Josh Hart. These are guys you don't want to see. Although RJ's game, he has a nice pro game. He can score all three levels. It's going to be tough. So I didn't want to take his points at 20. I like Emmanuel Quickley's points at 16, but I saved Emmanuel for the lotto at the end. I'm going to rock with Grady here. I think he gets some quality minutes against the second unit, and I also think that he plays a position where the Knicks, who I do respect defensively, are a little bit weaker at, which is that small guard position. No knock on Jalen Brunson or Campaign. I just, Grady Dick extends the, I said it, and then I said extends after. Never mind. Let's get to our, I don't even know what pick we're on. Oh, third pick. Pelicans minus 1.5, minus 115 at home versus the Blazers. Tough call here again. These are some tough picks, but I'm confident in them. I think the Pels aren't as bad as they appear. I don't think Zion plays tonight since he played last night on the back-to-back is tough. Maybe DeJounte Murray doesn't even play tonight. But even if that doesn't happen, I still like the Fighters' chance here. I like the Pels at home. I like the energy they bring. I think the crowd is going to be into it early on. And I just think the Blazers are a bunch of individuals, if that makes any sense. I don't really see too much team camaraderie. You don't have enough guys out there you need some older dogs, maybe, that's made their money. They're only going to get a certain amount of money going forward, and they're more interested in actually winning as opposed to a lot of younger guys who are looking to secure the bag. They're looking to get some money in their next contract. Those are my three straight plays, my three picks. Here's my ladder challenge of the day, plus 106. I'm taking the Raptors alternate spread, plus 17.5 versus the Knicks. You could check that one off. That one is hitting. And then I'm also going to take the Clippers plus 5.5 at Denver. Denver's on a back-to-back. I think Kawhi Leonard's going to play. I think we hit the ladder today. I think we can go. It just sucks. I think we're going to sweep it all, but if I had to be objective, we go 2-1 at worst, 1-2 on the three picks. Then we hit the ladder, so we're at 2-2. Ladder's plus money, and then so we could end up with the profits here. But then we have this beautiful ladder I want to talk to you about. 5 legs plus 47.11. I don't know. I've been really close on ladders lately. I haven't been making videos to share it with you, but I've been freaking close. Here's what I got. Alternate spread for the Wizards plus 9.5. I'm taking Thunder money line on the road versus the Cavs. Cade Cunningham over 26.5. He's been on fire. James Harden over 12.5 rebounds plus assists. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on triple-double watch tonight. That's how much I'm feeling James Harden, Pauls. And Emmanuel Quickley, like I told you, I'm going to take him 20 plus. I think he puts up the volume. That's what I got for you. Hit up the Instagram. Hit up the Twitter. I might put up another lotto. You never know. This is your boy Dame. Let's get that money.